The old man unearthed a massive wooden crate in his backyard. He naively believed it contained gold, so he chained it to his car, floored the accelerator, and dragged the behemoth straight out of the ground. The heavy crate nearly crushed him flat. After exerting tremendous effort, he finally hauled it into the basement. The greedy old man hurriedly fetched his toolbox, gripped a crowbar, and pried it open with all his might. After fiddling for ages, he finally cracked the chest. He lit a bulb to look inside and froze in shock. Instead of gold, the chest held nothing but black soil and white bones. Refusing to give up, the old man dug through the dirt searching for gold. Sadly, it was all bones. Just as despair washed over him, he suddenly felt something soft and squishy. He picked it up to find it was a still beating heart. The old man was stunned. He never imagined a heart buried for centuries could still beat. If he could transplant it into himself, wouldn't he live another 100 years? The thought thrilled him beyond measure. But just then, the heart began pounding violently. Startled, he quickly pressed it with his other hand, only to discover the heart was stuck fast to his palm, oozing a thick, viscous liquid. As the old man stood in disbelief, the heart suddenly darted straight into his mouth. Before he could react, it had already slipped down his throat. His neck instantly swelled like a toad's. In mere seconds, it had parasitized itself inside his body. Thus, the old man unexpectedly gained an immortal heart. Even the dog could hear his heart beating. After getting up, the old man felt an intense hunger. He eagerly opened the refrigerator in search of food, and began gnawing on a cabbage head. After devouring everything in the fridge, his stomach was finally full. It was now time for class. The well-fed old man went to the classroom to teach his students. The sour, pungent smell instantly drew laughter from everyone. The old man paid no mind, only feeling an itch. No matter how he scratched, it wouldn't subside. The students thought he had some strange illness. The old man endured the pain to avoid giving himself away, then picked up the chalk and continued teaching. Suddenly, his body began shaking violently. His chalk-holding hand involuntarily drew circles, and his comical movements once again sparked roaring laughter. Just then, the old man drew a heart with the chalk, and immediately spewed a glob of mucus from his mouth. After enduring it for several minutes, he finally couldn't take it anymore.
I'm starved. Fastest minute.
The students were utterly baffled upon hearing this, clueless about what had come over the old professor. Back home, he began wolfing down his food again. His usually docile dog suddenly started barking wildly, as if it had spotted something strange on its own. But the old man was too preoccupied with gnawing on a chicken leg. Just as he reached for the refrigerator, a noise came from his stomach. A jet-black tentacle emerged from within. Terrified, he reached out to grab it, but the slimy appendage slipped through his fingers. In a fit of rage, the old man clamped his hand around it, then grabbed scissors to sever the tentacle. To his horror, the severed limb still twitched. The old man smashed it onto the floor. Just then, the dog wandered over to investigate. Unbeknownst to it, its owner was now ravenously hungry, for the fridge held no fresh meat left. Sensing something amiss, the dog bolted for the door. Alas, it couldn't escape its master's grasp. The next day, the old man carried on as usual. He appeared completely out of his mind, utterly incapable of teaching his students. Even his eyes had grown cloudy and unfocused. Everyone urged him to see a doctor, but the stubborn old man insisted on teaching. Suddenly, a stream of viscous fluid spewed from his mouth. The fresh meat he just consumed wasted. After vomiting, his stomach began to rumble. The monster within was stirring. A female student approached to check on the professor out of concern. The next moment, she was sent flying several meters by his punch. She knelt on the ground in agony. Seeing the danger, the students fled in panic. The old man's body suddenly mutated. Several sharp tentacles pierced through his back. With a wet slap, he flung them outward. 3 students were instantly terrified out of their wits. What awaited them next was a nightmare.